Imagine 10 mortgage companies competing for the exact same 5 successful loan officers. One company offers a higher commission split and hires one of them. The industry still only has 5 successful loan officers. One person is simply swapping chairs around a corporate table. This reliance on transactional loyalty creates a zero-sum game. Moving a producer from one company to another does not increase the total number of capable professionals. It strictly decreases the talent pool as older reps retire, while simultaneously driving up acquisition costs for everyone else. The 4x4 framework offers a different approach. Instead of exclusively buying existing production, the objective is to build new capacity from the ground up. This requires recruiting for raw, underlying potential, whether that is a natural ability to connect with people or an aptitude for technical execution, and then explicitly mapping those personality traits to specific business systems. This diagram outlines the 4 distinct production systems that feed this long-term model. Think of them as different tools designed for different conditions: the AI dialer, FSBO DIY, funeral home partnerships, and professional FSBO open houses. You are not expected to master all 4. The strategy is to select the 2 specific systems that align perfectly with your natural skills and your daily routine. Shifting your focus from buying production to building people means trading the illusion of instant volume for a sustainable, compounding pipeline. Looking at this blueprint, the framework begins by diagnosing exactly where you stand today. Assuming every recruit starts with the same knowledge is a mistake. It identifies your current stage to chart a realistic path. Many enter as a connector. These individuals naturally know business owners, community leaders, and financial planners. Their primary asset is cultivating high-trust networks, even if they currently lack technical lending knowledge. Connectors bring immense value, but they come with a clear trade-off. They require heavy, time-consuming coaching from leadership to learn the technical mechanics of execution and conversion. The next stage is the producer. A producer excels at execution. They learn the technology, master sales follow-up, and independently convert opportunities into closed loans. A producer who wants to scale will eventually transition into a team builder. At this level, the focus shifts entirely to multiplying income by recruiting, training, and developing a team of connectors and producers. The critical trade-off here is control. A team builder must sacrifice their grip on every single loan file to make time for coaching and accountability. The final stage is the legacy builder. These professionals build the leaders who build the teams, creating an organization that continues to grow completely independently of their own personal production. Reaching the legacy builder stage is not the sole definition of success. A highly effective connector or producer is incredibly valuable. Success is finding the highest level of consistent execution that fits your specific lifestyle and sticking to it. Personal growth does not happen simply because time passes. Moving from one stage to the next requires deliberately changing your daily workflow and acquiring specific new skills. Once you identify your career stage, you must choose your production methods. Remember the rule: select exactly 2. This flowchart illustrates the AI dialer system. It drastically compresses time by analyzing a massive database, filtering out noise, and isolating interested prospects. This system demands an analytical personality. You must be comfortable managing high-volume data and strictly adhering to rigid workflow tracking. The second execution-focused system is FSBO DIY, or for sale by owner. This method targets unrepresented buyers through independent partnerships with the homeowner. You provide heavy, upfront value to the seller, providing selling guides and checklists, setting up QR code registrations for their upcoming open house. In exchange, you get direct access to every buyer who walks through their door. The trade-off for FSBO DIY is steep. You are serving the seller without selling the home, which demands a high tolerance for unreciprocated effort. There is absolutely no guarantee the seller will utilize your financing services. These 2 systems, the AI dialer and FSBO DIY, reward highly independent, data-driven operators who prioritize technical execution and efficiency over relationship building and small talk. If your strengths lean towards empathy and personal connection, the remaining 2 systems are for you. The Funeral Home Partnership positions you as a trusted housing educator. You integrate housing discussions into estate planning and Medicaid preparations for families navigating inheritances or mortgages. This is a slow burn strategy. Aggressive selling is strictly prohibited. It requires immense patience and a willingness to prioritize service and education above immediate conversion. The professional FSBO open house system brings a ramp touring to the equation. Here, the primary objective is generating mass buyer traffic, not simply securing the single listing. Look at this chart comparing open house outcomes. One listing attracts 30 buyers. One purchases the home, leaving 29 surplus leads. These non-buyers become long-term assets, feeding your database with future referrals and refinances. Capitalizing on this surplus requires tedious management and heavily delayed gratification. In this ecosystem, a visitor who does not buy that specific property is never considered a wasted lead. Mastering these empathetic systems requires redefining your metrics for success. You must stop measuring your worth by immediate commissions and start measuring the future capacity of your pipeline. Ultimately, the 4x4 model operates on a single premise. Consistent execution of two systems always outperforms complex, varied lead generation across 4. This decision tree maps your critical choice. Is your core aptitude relationships or execution? If relationships, you belong in the connector track, routing to funeral home partnerships and open houses. If execution, you are a producer, routing directly to the AI dialer and FSBO DIY. The ideal user for this entire framework is a long-term thinker, someone who views an unsold lead as a compounding asset rather than an immediate failure. This model is a poor fit for transactional salespeople seeking instant commissions, or those who insist on working completely alone without integrating into a team. Managers face a similar choice. They must decide if they are willing to spend months coaching human potential, or if they prefer the expensive, endless cycle of buying instant volume from competitors. When executed correctly, these distinct stages and specific production systems form a self-feeding ecosystem. Every closed relationship generates another future opportunity. True professional sustainability does not come from forcing a person to fit a generic company-wide process. It comes from building a system that fits the person.